Our next story is from the European Parliament, where Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán got a hostile reception. You see, the European Union has a rotating presidency. Hungary is the current president, so Orbán was addressing the bloc's parliament. The speech started out as normal, but the more he spoke, the more he seemed to have enraged lawmakers. By the time he finished, many started singing Bella Ciao. It's a classic anti-fascist anthem. And with this, the session, in fact, turned into a standoff. On one side was the Hungarian Prime Minister, on the other were a bunch of EU lawmakers wanting him to get out. Our next report brings you the details.
In the halls of European democracy, a confrontation unfolded like no other. A clash between Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orbán and the lawmakers of the European Union. A clash of ideologies, words and even music. For years, Viktor Orbán has taken swipes at the European Union. He's criticized the bloc, he's hit out at the lawmakers, but on Thursday, he got a taste of his own medicine. Hungary currently holds the presidency of the European Union. So Orbán was addressing the parliament. He began by presenting the priorities of Hungary's norm-defying presidency. He depicted a continent in turmoil. He talked about the Ukraine war at Europe's doorstep and also talked about the migration crisis.
Several of you are protesting against what I'm saying, but I would like to say that the facts speak for themselves. In Europe, illegal migration is increasing anti-Semitism, violence against women, and homophobia. Now, you may not like it, but these are the facts.
Of course, the European Union wouldn't have any of it. So the lawmakers responded not with words, but with a song. Bella Ciao, an Italian anti-fascist resistance anthem from World War II. Their message was clear. The European Parliament was taking a defiant stand against Orbán's rhetoric.
You are representing. Your trip was never a peace mission. It was a big propaganda show for the autocrats and those who are defining our European way of life. Your trip was not a peace mission. Your trip was never a peace mission, it was a war prolongation mission. That is what we speak about.
The European Parliament President tried to shut them down, but even that didn't work.
But this is not the Eurovision. Let's respect the dignity of this House. Please, President.
Orbán's right-wing nationalist stance has long been at odds with the European Union. From his alliances with leaders like Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping to his outspoken support for former US President Donald Trump, Orbán's moves have raised concerns across Europe. His presence at the helm of the EU presidency further complicates the bloc's diplomatic strategy. So much so that even European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen had to speak up.
The world has witnessed the atrocities of Russia's war. And yet, there are still some who blame this war not on the invader, but the invaded. Not on Putin's. There are still some who blame this war not on Putin's lust for power, but on Ukraine's thirst for freedom.
It wasn't the first time the European Parliament turned to song. In January 2020, they sang Auld Lang Syne. It was to mark Britain's departure from the bloc. But this time, the melody of resistance carried a different tune. As Viktor Orbán calls to make Europe great again, the battle for the soul of Europe continues, where the songs of the past echo into present-day politics.
Firstpost decodes the U.S. election. Explains how America chooses its president. your primer on the race to the White House. Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained. Every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.